3, a 2, a 1. Mike, Mike, Mike.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is finally time. The moment I've been waiting for. Today, we are starting to watch, or have watched, the first episode of Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm so excited. Don't be like that, please. That pains me. That pains me. Truly pains me. This is my favorite anime. I love it.
Maybe start watching some good ones.
This is the best one, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
My
really?
favorite. I love it.
Bootleg Gundam?
It's not bootleg Gundam. That's what Gundam wishes it was, actually.
Can we get a bootleg Gundam in the chat?
It's Gundam with some emotion. And you've never seen it. So this is like me knowing everything that's going to happen, wanting to talk about it so much, and you experiencing for the first time, which is awesome. I'm so excited.
Well, Steve, just like you, I already sent you my notes. Pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, well, you're not taking it seriously, and I had to course correct you.
Dude, it's one of those filler episodes, and it was really freaking drawing on and freaking annoying.
Yeah, it could be a little slow, but that's why you pay attention. And you savor the little details. So I'm going to get right into it. We start, there's a big wacky monster. This is actually an angel. Like a Bible,
Not
a Bible
an angel.
religious angel.
Angels don't do that.
Yes, this one, I don't know if they mention the name, but its name is Sakiel. All the angels have names and numbers. I think he is the third angel. So he pops up.
I think they made a note of that in the
Yeah.
Well, I guess it was like a barracks or control room that it was the third attack.
Yeah, at NERV. And
no,
they got the whole.
That was before. It was at the UN barracks. And then they called in NERV, or NERV was like, "Hey, can we take point on this?"
Well, they got the whole squad ready. They got the ships, they got the tanks, they got the guns. They're ready to fight this thing. Because they know what angels are, and they have ways to fight them.
Now, not going too far into this is just like a question I have, because you have seen this. Is there a ranking system to them? Like,
Of
are they
angels?
giving them... Yeah, are they giving them, like, okay, we're going to send the weakest one first, a little bit stronger the next, a little bit stronger than that the next?
Kind of. Like, some of them, it's about their AT field and how powerful it is.
Okay, so obviously something I have not heard of yet.
Yes. The AT field is kind of like their shield that they put up. That's a really bad explanation. They get into it a little bit more. I don't want to kind of give it away. But some things have
the weird green goop that covers them when...
No, it's like a barrier that comes out in front of them.
Okay.
That's kind of like a ranking system. Some of them have a bigger or heavier shield, and some of them are just like physically stronger or are more powerful.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. We're introduced to our our protagonist, Shinji. He's waiting for to be picked up. We're not really sure why. Our girl Misato, she works for NERV, and she was sent by his father to pick him up and bring him to headquarters.
Yeah, in that future Corolla.
Not future Corolla, it's past now. If this show takes place in 2015.
Yeah, but the problem was this show aired in 1995, so like
Yeah.
We're in like a really weird state right now. It came out in 1995. We're watching it in 2020. So it's in the past from us, but in the future from then.
Well, I mean, it's a different timeline than ours anyway, so.
Yeah, I know.
That's
They
the
have
whole thing on its own.
robots and stuff, and
Yeah. Like, why can't we have this?
we have AirPods
Like,
and a Tesla Cybertruck.
but they have underground cities and all this wacky stuff.
Well, actually, didn't they do that out west though? Like also like underground cities.
I mean, there's people who live underground who think that like Y2K was the end of the world.
Yeah, mole people.
Can you imagine having not come up from underground in like 20 years? That like they think the world has ended and they just live underground.
Just imagine this: them getting in like a whole like biohazard suit and coming up and just realizing like everything is fine.
And they see a dude with AirPods and like, what the?
What in the Sam Hill does he have in his ear?
Okay.
That's my southern accent.
While Shinji is waiting, he sees a mysterious, like, kind of apparition of a girl. We're not really sure what that is. That will kind of come into play later, but it's important to touch on that now. And I wanted to make sure that you picked up on that. What?
He sees things.
Yeah. So the Air Force is kind of attacking the Angels. Shinji's like about to die. Masato comes out of nowhere. You thought she was kidnapping him.
Well, dude, from first, I didn't know who the heck she was. Like, I didn't know, like, it actually... I didn't... Obviously, like, they do a good thing of subtitling everything. Mm-hmm. But one thing with animes, they don't... They don't ever dub the writing sometimes.
Yeah. Well, the dub has the writing fixed.
Well, I watched it subtitled.
I sent you a link to all the episodes, but
well, yeah, alas. I clicked one, I hit dubbed, but for some odd reason the sub still came.
I love that. But Masato saves him, our girl Masato, and the regular military weapons aren't doing anything against the Angel, so they're gonna bust out the big cannon. They blow up what's called the N2 mine. N2 is non-nuclear. It's like the most powerful weapon they have. That's not a nuclear bomb.
Why don't they go nuclear?
What?
Why don't they go nuclear?
I mean, just because of the radiation. Just because of the radiation.
Yeah, but underground water would probably not be affected. A million miles under the ground.
It's probably just safer. And of course, because this show has some like religious overtones, they're battling angels. The mine explodes into the shape of a cross, because of course it does. Masato's car,
which is really weird. What? Because if you really think about it, if it has like religious undertones and whatnot, you think they would be attacked by demons instead of angels that are supposed to be good. Mm-hmm. I feel like the person that like is behind the show was like, haha, I got you guys. You guys thought angels were good, but I'm gonna I'm gonna flip it around. Angels are bad. Demons gonna come save the humans. Okay, maybe not that, but you get my whole point. He was probably thinking like, I'm such a genius. No one could have ever thought of this.
They're just called angels because they are.
They drop from the heavens, yes.
So their vehicle gets flipped over. They fix it.
With duct tape that I still have yet to find out where the heck they found it.
It was in the glove box.
Which also, what the heck were they doing stealing batteries? I realize that now. But if you look like, God darn it. Shinji?
Shinji, the kid? Yes.
He was like, he actually said something about it. He was like, why do we do that? And he was like, or the woman driving was like, well, we had to have a usable car. So like, yeah, they're stealing stuff. The show is promoting bad habits, Steve.
You're just gonna have to put up with it. They park their car they fix the car. They drive a little bit more. Angel's still doing its thing. they park their car on the car train, which like takes their car on like a little.
It's like a weird
elevator.
escalator.
Yeah, it's like a car escalator.
Which, I'll be honest, I actually kind of want to drive on a.
It's pretty
car
cool,
escalator.
isn't it?
Granted, I would have liked it better. See, I like driving. I feel like I could have got there a whole lot better if they just made a slope. Just freaking drive down there, hit 100.
It's a car escalator's cooler though.
The car escalator cooler.
So they're taking a train to what's called the Geofront, which is an area underneath Tokyo. And it's not Tokyo, it's Tokyo 3. So, I mean, this is the third Tokyo.
Wait, there was 2 more before this?
Yes. So third time's a charm. So this is like where their whole headquarters is. Because if it's not safe up there, it's safe down here. Because this is the aftermath of what they call the second impact, which is kind of like just mega climate change. It was like big tornadoes, big tsunamis, just like catastrophic weather, and everyone had to band together and figure out a way to survive. And this is a after effect of that.
Yeah, but I feel like going underground would not be an adequate thing.
Where
Like,
would you
feel
go?
like- I don't know, but I feel like one good, tsunami could like just flood that whole place.
How would it flood it? It's underground.
Or if one of those angels were to stomp around on top, the roof just come down. Like I feel like I'm always the one to do it, but I'm poking holes in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's my thing. I poke holes.
Well, did they show it in this episode? Because the city like goes underground. Like, did they show that?
I don't
Like the city the city the city transforms. I don't know
To
if
a
they showed it in
fighting
this
robot?
episode. No, but you wish.
Dude, that would actually be pretty cool.
Yes.
Like, what the heck was that? There was a movie. There was a movie about that.
Was there?
Mortal Engines?
Oh yeah. No one saw that. Neither did I.
I actually did, but I didn't see
Did
it in
you?
theaters.
You saw that movie?
It was on TV, and I was just
Peter
like,
Jackson made that, right?
I don't know who made it, but all I
think
know is
or produced it.
all I know is I ended up watching it just because it was on TV. It was on like a channel, and you know how HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, they all play the same darn movies.
Yeah. No, they have a cycle,
over.
and every week they add a new one and think
They
they're
think
so
that's
special.
enough.
Exactly.
But yeah, so basically, it was the new one for the week. So basically, I was just like, okay, I'll watch it. And it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it just was there.
Nice. But no, this is not like that. Shinji and Misato meet up with Ritsuko Akagi, the blonde-haired scientist woman lady. Shinji meets Ava 1, Ava 01, Ava 1, whatever you want to call it.
Big purple
And-
robot.
And he meets his dad, or sees his dad. He's obviously met his dad before. And he learns that this is why he's here. Not because his dad wanted to talk to him, but because he has to pilot the
robot.
Ava and save the world.
Which also, I always just, I don't know if it's like wrong to do, but anything with like big robot thing that has to be, I always just call them mechs. Is that like normal, like for everyone else? Like
That's normal, but an Ava is a little different, and that's, don't want to say any more than that, but it's not exactly a fully mechanical thing. If that makes sense.
Oh my god, they took parts from the other angel and fused it with a robot.
Not exactly, but you're in the ballpark.
Oh my god, I freaking hate this already.
You're in the ballpark. That's not exactly it, but they're not exactly fully mechanical because his dad tells him to pilot the pilot the Ava, and he
It's
says,
like a cyborg.
yeah, he doesn't really want to. He wants to talk to his dad. He's scared. He's he's a kid. Like, I feel like you might feel differently, but I feel like if you're just thrown into this situation and they want you to get in this robot, you don't know what you're doing, you're scared. I would have my doubts too. I wouldn't just be so chipper.
I would just jump in that robot.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Even if, let's say, you're going to be dead. So even if you fail, at least you died first and you don't have to live with, like, everyone going, oh, there's the idiot that freaking doomed us all. You're dead.
Yeah, but if you fail, everyone dies. You don't want that weight on your shoulders either, that you failed everybody.
Yeah, but to my best bet, I fought as hard as I could. I did what I could. I fought, I lost, I died. No one else, or I haven't failed anyone, for the fact that, who knows, there could have been a Eva 2 or 3 or 5. I don't know.
And there is.
See? Put the dying girl on the hospital bed into Eva 5 and boom.
Yeah, that's basically the issue that he has. He sees this hurt girl, and his father, Gendo, is like, if you're not going to do it, we're just going to make her do it. And you see her on a hospital bed just, like, covered in bandages, like, looking like she's dying. And that
did we also ever go into the company? Did we ever say that about NERV?
NERV?
Yeah, did we ever say anything about that?
Did we say about what they are?
Yeah, about, like, the Avas are, like, a product of NERV.
Yes.
Which, okay.
The NERV is controlled by the UN. It's a special agency, and their whole thing is to prevent the angels from coming and be the first line of defense from the angels.
Oh no.
Their whole job is to stop stop the third impact from happening. That's their whole thing. So they know when angels are coming, they have, like, readings on them, they track them, they monitor them. That's all they do.
Okay, so they monitor them, they make sure that they know when they're coming and all that.
And it just so happens that our main character is the son of the commander of NERV. So, Shinji still doesn't want to pilot the Ava. He's kind of having his doubts. The angel above is still alive after being hit with the mine, and it causes, like, some stuff to fall, like a ceiling fixture or something. And this is kind of where you know it's not a fully mechanical thing. The Ava reaches his hands out to save him, implying that they have some kind of connection, or they're kind of, like, meant to be together. And now he's like, okay, this girl's dying in front of me. I don't want her to do this. I'll get inside. It's finally happening.
Which probably leads up to the whole point of what you were saying. Like, if you let that girl fight, or is it a girl or is it a guy?
It's a girl.
If you let that girl that's basically on her, like, deathbed on, like, a hospital bed, if you let her go, basically you're sending someone out to death.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you kind of said, like, oh yeah, it's I would be scared too, for the fact that the whole humanity is on my hands.
Mm-hmm.
But if at least you're healthy and she's, like, I guess the synchronization process, then, like, there's some sort of strain on your body, and that's why she's in a hospital bed, or who knows, maybe there was a training accident.
Yeah, we're not too sure right now. Yes, but Shinji gets in, puts his suit on. He gets in what's called the entry plug, which is that long tube, and that goes into the neck kind of area of the Ava. Fills up with
piss.
Fills up with LCL,
yellow
liquid, which allows them to breathe, and lets oxygen in, and it also allows them to synchronize with the Ava. Kind of like Pacific Rim, if you've ever seen that. It's you and your partner have to have perfect sync to control the robot. In this, it's you and the Ava needs sync for it to move the way you want it to move.
Yeah, how does the Ava deal with the brain strain? That's why there had to be two.
Ava doesn't have brain strain. Ava's just a robot. The only strain is on the pilot.
So basically, like, you could be in there for a while, and then all of a sudden, like, it could be just, like, doing something bad to you. Like, slowly rotting you from the inside.
Maybe. So Ava gets on the...
The one thing that I want to actually touch base on real quick.
Sure.
Okay. You're the cockpit guy. Would you actually want to be able to, like, I guess... Is he, like, encased in this stuff the whole time and, like, it just kind of, like, goes away? Or, like...
No, it turns into, like, breathable oxygen. It's there the whole time, yeah.
Okay, so it kind of, like... Because I did notice
it just
that
becomes
it
clear.
yellow,
It becomes transparent.
Okay. Now, would you actually go for something like that? Like, be like, put in a chamber. They'll, like, okay, it's going to fill with this liquid, but you'll be able to breathe it. I wouldn't.
Does that scare you?
Wouldn't. It would be too scary for me, because I think everyone has the fear of drowning.
Mm-hmm. And they touch on that in the show. Whenever they fill it with LCL, they're always, like, gasping for breath, and then they come around and they're fine.
Okay, because, yeah, I would just be, like, beside myself, not knowing what to do. I'd be like, no, get me out of here. I'm done. I can't be a pilot.
I see. I thought you were ready to take on the day. That's what I mean.
Well, no, like, that would kind of, like, mess with my head, because...
That's what I like. That's what I like to show. It, like, challenges the norms of regular...
Dude, if you get me
anime.
in a regular, like, Pacific Rim style one, yeah, I would jump in that. I would freaking... But if there's, like, a possibility of me fearing that I'm going to be drowned...
You can't handle the Ava program.
Yeah, well, guess what? Gundam, you don't have to.
So it's finally time to see what this thing can do. It gets on the elevator, launches up, and that's all we get.
End of episode.
End of episode.
Thank God.
Thank God. I wish it could just keep going forever.
You know what's really funny? I didn't think of it until now, but have you ever noticed that there's, like, a lot of, like, mech anime?
Yes.
Like, my favorite one, Darling in the Franxx.
That is literally this show.
No.
They copied everything from this. No, they didn't.
No. Does this have two pilots, which most mech have two pilots? I don't know why. But is the second person in a very provocative stance?
Bro,
or very exposed?
That show wishes it was Ava.
Dude, I want to say, guaranteed, the guy who made this anime is going, you know what? I wish I thought of the way Darling in the Franxx piloted their...
I'm sure that's because he made a way better show, and I'm sure that's what he's thinking.
No, he did not. Dude. There's no way. Have you ever even seen Darling in the Franxx?
No. I know of it. I know what they look like.
Then you know nothing of it.
I know what they look like, and I know it's a ripoff of this.
Do you know? No. If anything, like, they went into the future, saw this show, brought it back, and they were like, hey, we're going to ruin this kind of anime.
Oh, I'm sure that's what happened.
Dude, have you seen how you're supposed to get into a Franxx?
No, and it's probably stupid.
No, it's great. But, other than that, and basically having a horrible, horrible Fly Me to the Moon cover.
Don't ever.
Dude, don't you even say... Dude, we did this before. You can't beat Frankie.
You can't beat Frankie, but the... This ending, this outro got me into the song. I was like, yeah, this is a good song. Got me back into Frank Sinatra. Really appreciate it. It's just a nice way to end an episode. It's soft. It's like, it's serene. I don't know. I love it. I love the show. Did you enjoy this episode?
No, because it was too much fillery. Granted, I know I have to understand
A lot of the, you just gotta understand, a lot of the show is like this.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. I know that okay. I get the fact that I have to know the people, but I feel like they could have literally did that in like 10 minutes, gave a good background story to all of them, and then boom, fight.
Well, it's not really sometimes it's a Monster of the Week show, but a lot of times they're building on a larger story, and there's really not that many more characters. I think we meet like 3 or 4 different characters that you have to know who they are, but you know most of them already. It's very slow. It's very, I'd say, emotional. I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna get you to like it. I'm gonna convert you. Do you want to do predictions for? I'm not gonna give obviously predictions for next episode, but do you want to give predictions?
No, it's too soon. We'll do it in the, I guess, next one.
Okay. That's fair. If you don't have anything else.
Nah, I don't. I guess we'll see in the next one.
We will see in the next one on Monday for My Hero, and then back on Friday for this.
Don't forget to watch us on Spotify, Pocket Caster.
You can't watch it on Spotify. You can listen on Spotify.
Listen to it. Listen
Spotify,
to it on Spotify,
Pocket Cast, everything. You know the links. They're on the
Google Podcast.
They're
Apple
in the description.
Podcast.
They're on the YouTube description. They're everywhere.
Don't forget to join our Discord channel for more fun news and gaming content and my review of Pop-Tart Fruit Loops. Whatever you do, don't buy the pretzel ones. Those,
pretzel.
Dude, they're good filling. It's just they don't. It looks like a deflated pretzel. It's weird.
That sounds weird. Yeah. So, catch you guys later.
Peace.
See ya.